After the premiere of Joker, many fans were left with the question of what will happen next. Will this be the one and only time we see Joaquin Phoenix's performance as the Clown Prince of Crime? Will there be a shared cinematic universe based on this film? Today, we're going to take another look at the Joker. Spoiler warning ahead. This version of the Joker is completely different from the previous incarnations. He is not merely evil and commits atrocities, but is psychologically damaged. It is a Joker lost between reality and fantasy, clear signs of a person with psychosis or schizophrenia. It is difficult to see him as a typical villain like the previous Jokers, not as smart or calculative. Yet this makes him extremely unpredictable, a common trait that has always defined this character. The connection between Bruce and the Joker in this film is Arthur's mother, who worked for Thomas Wayne. She begrudgingly admits to Arthur that he is Thomas Wayne's son, a revelation that the Joker would later discover to be a lie, though Thomas could have modified Arthur's birth records to hide the truth. The Joker movie was designed in a way so that the line between reality and fantasy is continuously blurred, making us think that maybe everything we saw in the film was nothing more than a dream of a mentally damaged person trapped in a psychiatric hospital, Arkham Asylum. However, there are several scenes that we could say for sure did happen, and that could point to a possible sequel. Generally, in Arthur's fantasies, he ends up being the hero, gaining love and admiration of his friends and his idols. Yet there are many scenes that contradict this. For example, Arthur arguing with his social worker because she can no longer prescribe his pills to treat his mental condition, or being fired for bringing a gun to a children's hospital. Also, his confrontation with Thomas Wayne. These scenes are real because they do not present Arthur as a person in control, but rather as someone who is losing his sanity and is socially awkward. Bruce Wayne and Arthur Fleck's meet could also be real, but the most important scene is when Bruce loses his parents. This is a constant within the Gotham universe, one that almost always occurs. The fact that this movie took the time to link the chaos caused by the Joker with the death of Bruce Wayne's parents created a new universe, or at the very least, planted the seed for future movies. Movies where Joaquin Phoenix's Joker will face a younger and more human Batman. The movie ends with Arthur locked up in Arkham Asylum, laughing, to which a social worker asks him why he was laughing, and Arthur responds that he was just thinking of a joke, but that she wouldn't understand it. The joke of which he is referring to could be one of two things. One is that the Joker was imagining everything that happened in the movie, and that it was funny to him because he couldn't get revenge on anybody, and now he is locked up in an insane asylum. This could be tragic, depending on your perspective. Remember that he would laugh uncontrollably when he was sad or upset, when bad things happened to him. Or two is that Arthur was planning to attack the social worker, a reference to the Killing Joke story arc. Well, after he talks to the social worker, he walks down a corridor of the asylum, leaving bloody footprints, implying that Arthur hurt or even killed the social worker, walking away, maybe trying to escape. But then how would Joker 2 fit in? The director of this film said that this would be his first and last movie of the Joker. But looking at his filmography, the Joker has been his most successful and acclaimed movie yet, which is a very big incentive for him to do a sequel. The movie's box office has broken several records and is beloved by the fans and many critics. Yet there are only two opinions that matter in the creation of a second installment: Warner Brothers and Joaquin Phoenix. Warner is delighted with the product that could represent the redemption of DC comic book movies, a film universe that has failed to reach the success status of Christopher Nolan's Batman. Warner now knows that the Joker has the potential to be a very lucrative franchise, one that is finally bringing the fans and that can compete with other superhero movies on the market. But what does Joaquin Phoenix say? Many believe that he, just like the director, will refuse to continue to play the role of the Joker, but in recent interviews when asked if he would play the Joker again, he would simply smile. Joaquin Phoenix is a method actor and is very picky when choosing his roles. There are few actors as demanding in the film industry as him, and if he no longer wanted to play the Joker, he would simply say it. He has rejected other great roles, like Iron Man and Doctor Strange. Joaquin said that the complexity of the Joker was something that convinced him to take the job, a character full of nuances, of which he interpreted exceptionally well. But then could Joaquin's silence give us hope of a possible Joker sequel? If so, what would it be about? If this is to become an expanded universe with multiple installments, how would these stories be written? First, take into account the events that occurred in the Joker. If in fact Arthur indirectly started a revolution within Gotham, Bruce will probably have an upbringing where he will be marginalized just for being part of a wealthy family. Bruce will of course be raised with the trauma of witnessing his parents' deaths, but also the trauma of being rejected for being who he is. This new Batman will grow up with the memory of the Joker and how he originated the chaos that killed his parents. His motivations will be personal, but the Joker will have followers, a group of people who will support him because to them, he is a hero of the people. However, this Joker does not have a clear ideology. He may emerge as a threat to the people after Batman finally appears in Gotham. As we have seen in other Batman stories, most of the time it is Batman that inadvertently gives life to the Joker, the one who gives him a purpose. The Joker is chaotic and has no fixed purpose. In his final interview, he says that he has no ideology, no beliefs beyond the social differences between the poor and the rich. Joker was planning on taking his own life during the Murray show, hoping that his death would make more sense than his life. He is a Joker without purpose or destiny, but this could all change with the emergence of Batman. He could go from being someone chaotic and purposeless to becoming obsessed with the Batman, just like in the comics. Batman would give him a reason to live, more so now since they share a connection. Arthur, the Joker, could claim that he and Batman are almost equals. But what if this Joker was already a part of this current DC film universe? Before the premiere of the film, there were many theories that claimed that this Joker could be the first, the one who inspired Jared Leto's Joker. A Joker that caused a revolution in Gotham and that inspired many to walk the streets and cause anarchy. That Batman would face Jared Leto's Joker, but not Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. This is a very interesting theory indeed, but it has been debunked in the scene where Bruce loses his parents. It happens under totally different circumstances. In the current shared movie universe, Bruce loses his parents at the hands of a petty thief, but in the Joker, it was a man in a clown mask who goes directly after Thomas Wayne, with the purpose of killing him. This difference is what divides the Joker universe from the previous DC shared film universe, the one where the Justice League exists. Though of course, this could also be a part of Arthur's delusion. The Wayne's death may have happened differently. What is clear is that this Joker marks a before and after for the DCEU, which takes it back to a more realistic and serious form of storytelling, different from how Marvel makes their movies, something that the fans obviously appreciate. Will it last? Only time will tell. Until then, tell me what you think about the Joker. Do you think that it was all in Arthur's head or not? Will there be a second Joker movie? Do you even want a sequel? Why does Joaquin Phoenix laugh when he is asked if he would play the Joker again? What other DC characters would you like to see in this universe? Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, assume nothing and question everything.